Supreme Board of Judges and Prosecutors, HSYK, Secretary-General Bilgin Başaran's statements about ongoing investigations into the pro-government media have drawn a rebuke from the opposition Nationalist Movement Party, MHP, parliamentary group deputy chairman, who accuses Başaran of threatening judges and prosecutors over their supposed ties to the so-called parallel state. Başaran recently said the HSYK's determination in the struggle against the parallel state, a term coined by then Prime Minister and current President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan to refer to the faith-based Gülen movement inspired by Turkish Islamic scholar Fethullah Gülen, will continue. The Gülen movement, also known as Hizmet movement, drew the government's ire when it was critical of efforts to shut down the December 17, 2013 graft probe that implicated several key members of the ruling Justice and Development Party, AK Party. Recently speaking to the pro-government Yeni Şafak daily, Başaran also indirectly threatened judges and prosecutors not to rule to release those who were detained on accusations of affiliation with the parallel state. He then made a reference to the arrests of judges Metin Özçelik and Mustafa Basir, who ruled for the release of Samanyolu Broadcasting Group Chairman Hidayet Karaca and 63 police officers last month, adding, "If a plan is put into practice similar to that which took place in May, then what is necessary will be done, just as in the former case." Reacting both to Başaran's threats and the AK Party's open domination of the HSYK, Deputy Chairman of the Nationalist Movement Party, MHP, parliamentary group Yusuf Halaçoğlu told Today's Zaman on Saturday that Başaran's comments were damaging to the principle of judicial independence and were unacceptable. Başaran threatened all judges and prosecutors not to take any step in contradiction of the AKP's AK Party instructions. A jurist cannot speak in such tone and cannot try to put pressure on other jurists with such threats. If a key HSYK figure adopts such a partisan stance, then how can anyone mention the rule of the law principle and independence of the courts? No one is above the law, Halaçoğlu said. HSYK reshuffles more than 2,000 judges, prosecutors. The HSYK, which has been accused of being highly politicized since the corruption probe which incriminated members of Erdoğan's cabinet, on Friday issued a decree in which it reassigned a total of 2,664 judges and prosecutors across the country. The decree was prepared by the first chamber of the HSYK, whose membership structure changed last year in favor of the AK Party government after the reassignment of 2 of its members. According to the decree, Erdoğan, who was among the panel of judges that ordered the arrest of 4 prosecutors last month for their role in the search of trucks allegedly carrying weapons to opposition groups in Syria, was appointed from the southern district of Tarsus to the Bakırköy courthouse in Istanbul in an apparent promotion. The AK Party lost its parliamentary majority in elections held on June 7. The party, which received less than 41% of the national vote, is set to hold coalition talks with opposition parties in an effort to remain in power. On Thursday, the HSYK dismissed 37 judges and prosecutors from their jobs as part of an investigation into alleged cheating on an exam administered in 2012. Pro-government prosecutors and judges who had entered the profession via the same exam and were once members of AK Party were allowed to remain in their positions. Top court declines CHP application on penal courts of peace. Main opposition Republican People's Party, CHP, applications to the Constitutional Court for the annulment of the law regulating the establishment of special courts, the penal courts of peace, which were designed to target anti-AK Party elements of the society, have been consecutively declined by the top court. In its petitions to the top court, the CHP has underlined that these courts are not free and act in such a way as to seek revenge against the opposition elements in the country instead of serving for the justice being done.